Well, hello, my friends. I'm so happy to be here with you today and with Sergio. And today we're going to talk about how to create art with an open heart. Okay, I didn't mean to rhyme there, but it just so happened.
But it
It
worked. It worked beautifully.
works beautifully. We're already doing it, right? We're already creating art with open heart.
Exactly. It's already a great start.
How are you today?
I am doing great, Beth. Super happy to connect with you once again and to talk about this awesome topic. Because I think these are topics that you love to bring to us, and I think we're always very well received. So very excited.
Well, I had so many great comments and messages from our last video about extreme thinking and feeling joy and connecting to joy. And I wanted to just kind of continue that conversation about how to share and express what it is that we want to create with an openness, with this feeling of our emotions being at the top of our at the forefront of our mind, at the tips of our fingers, so that we can create and paint and do all of these wonderful things with our artwork, with the sense that we're sharing with energy flowing from our heart to other people's hearts. So
hmm I love it. I love it. Can't wait to get started.
okay, so my first tip would be to awaken your energy. Okay. And if you don't know what that means, it's really simple. It's just a matter of waking up your mind, your heart, your body. It's sort of a somatic approach to creativity. And what I mean by somatic is a combination of using your mind and your body to create connections within, which is something I love to do. It's what I'm all about all the time. I'm all about feeling into my body, getting into my body, connecting to my mind, and letting that be the platform for which things flow to me and through me out into the work. So, let's just do a little fun practice for awakening our energy. So, if
Okay.
you click around your head like that, you'll notice that your awareness and your ears and your eyes, they're all awakening up. And then you can, clap your hands, you can tap your body, you can beat your chest, you can do all sorts of things to awaken your body, to get your energy flowing. I mean, those are simple things that we're doing just sitting in the chair, but just imagine what you could do by doing a yoga practice or a meditation practice, walking outside. There's so many things that we can do to connect to our bodies. It's important as in the very beginning to just awaken yourself, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So once you awaken yourself, then we come to the approach where we come to our heart and we really connect in with that feeling flowing through us. After you've gone on a run or you've done some exercises that are getting your heart rate up and you start to feel the blood pumping, you start to feel the energy flowing through you. Well, then if you just stop for a moment and just hold your heart and breathe, you're really connecting to yourself in a way that's very deep. And what I like to do in that moment is set my mind. So, step two, set your mind.
Mm.
And what I mean by that is giving yourself a lot of positive reinforcement, like you are talented. Because a lot of times we ruminate on negative self-talk, and what that does is it creates all those blocks that keep us from creating with an open heart. So how do we open ourselves up in a way where we're setting our mind by connecting with our body? And I think this is one of my I have so many favorite practices that I try to do with this. But what I love about this is that it really reinforces things that I already know to be true. And I'm truly embodying that mindset of you have something important to share. You have a message to deliver. You have a vision that is valuable. And all of those statements connected with the energy of your body, I think creates this wholeness, this alignment, this centeredness within us when we're creating.
Mm.
And I know this is something that you create from your heart a lot, Sergio. And I just wanted to know if this is something that's resonating with you right
Oh
now.
yeah, totally. I love it. I think it is really cool, really exciting. Something that I do usually in the morning, as a prime idea. But as you were talking about, like something I had never thought about, like waking up your senses.
Mm-hmm.
That for me really, really make me think about it, um, because it's so true. Like the awareness of the sound, the visual, the smell, the awareness of what's surrounding you, and then of your own body and who you are, like touching your different parts of your body. Something that, for example, I do is sometimes when I feel like stressed out, if I'm going to go in the studio and I want to get in the creative mode, I like to massage my shoulders, because I think that's where the stress builds up, at least for me, from the day activity, the work, things like that. I feel like my pressure is right here. That's the space that is tender, right? So sometimes like just self-massaging this area kind of allows me to focus and to kind of calm down and to feel, right? Feel the tense and then let it release. So I love that. I think, this waking up with the senses is definitely something that I want to start trying out myself. So good one.
And you know what? The goofier, the better, because then it makes me laugh. And it really helps me open up my throat and open up my head and my mind and my heart. And when I'm doing silly things, and the first time I learned about this actually was in college, and I was taking a drawing course, and our teacher made us do these really funny faces and funny sounds before we would start. And I was so embarrassed. I thought it was the weirdest thing I ever did. But now I just totally embrace it, because you cannot help yourself from smiling when you do some of these things. And I think just the more out there, the better. So
Yeah.
when you were talking about waking your senses, the thought came up to me, you're prepping your playground, right? So if we're creating as a form of play, as a form of expression, as a form of just awakening the soul within us to share with other people, we're awakening our senses, we're connecting our thoughts with our body. And then what I like to do is take some time and visualize the work that you're about to create. Visualize the way you want to feel when you're creating. Visualize the brush strokes, visualize the color, whatever it is. Like, get into the nitty gritty, like deep into your visualization, get as specific as possible, and just allow yourself to let these visions come in, to let them flow, and just see what comes up, and then get to work. Just take those visions and then make them real. And that to me is just like my favorite process for getting into creating.
I love that, but I think that's a really good exercise. Definitely something I'm gonna try, because and we are all different people, right? The way I function is like, okay, next, like ta 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 ta, right? That's kind of my mode of operation. So I sometimes don't give myself, that time to do that. When I do it in the morning, but then once the day starts, like, forget it, right? Like I won't stop to do something like that. But I think this idea of working into, which for me is usually later in the day, walking into my studio, I first do all the business stuff first. And then when I feel like, okay, I took care of that, then my mind is clear, that working in the studio with more relaxation, without having all these messages coming in or notifications, because, all that has been taken care of. So working in the studio, but I usually just walk in and just start working, right? Just like next thing. But I think allowing myself to do that practice, that exercise mindfully as I walk into my creative space is something I'm going to try, and I'm going to report back to you, but then see what happened. Who knows, it might even also affect the next body of work that I'm about to start. So it will be really interesting.
See, you just never know what's going to happen when you just allow yourself to create space for new thought to come in, for new processes to come in, for new energy to flow through you. And this is my favorite way to approach my painting. I'll maybe do some sage, light a candle, turn on the music, do my body exercises, maybe sing a little, like get funky. Who knows? Because I love big brush strokes and lots of bold color and lots of just like physicality. And so in the work, and I think if you're the viewer and you're looking at the work, you'll see the process that the artist used to create it. And so I think the more that we're in our bodies and the more that we are feeling what is within us, the more the audience is going to feel that as well. So those are my tips today.
Totally agree. And you never know what you're going to learn on a Wednesday conversation with Beth and Sergio. Today, I certainly learned something that I want to try on myself, and super excited. Hope our friends also take note of this and also try it and let us know how you like it. Let us know what happened, or maybe you have your own practice, your own way of getting yourself into the creative mode. I think this is cool. We have talked about prime yourself for being creative. But I think this one goes deeper, more into very practical aspects of the emotional component, the heart, the mind, the soul, and the self-awareness. So I think this gives us a lot of really nice, good things to implement and to try it out.
I mean, I can just feel it just talking about it with you right now. Like I can feel it. I'm like, ooh, I feel it, and it's just coming out of me. So
Exactly.
I hope you guys feel it too. And yeah, like Sergio said, please let us know what your process is. If you try this, what it is that you learned, because I love getting your DMs on Instagram. I have been chatting with so many of you, and it just makes my heart so full to see what you're working on, to know that these tips are really helping you out. And that's the beauty of creativity. And, that's why I love being an artist. So
absolutely. Yeah. Don't forget to connect with us. We'll always be happy to chat with you and to, make new friends.
exactly. Well, Sergio, where can our friends watching for the first time find you online?
Well, you can find me everywhere as Sergio Gomez Art, and my preferred space is Instagram. That's for sure. You'll find me every single day. How about you, Ben?
Every day. Same. Facebook, Instagram, Clubhouse at Beth English. My website's at bethenglish.com. And I would love for you to check out my link in my bios at bethenglish.com/coaching. I am opening up to new one-on-one coaching students where we can do all these fun things together.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Super, super cool. And hope our friends take note of that as well and connect with you. And also tomorrow, Thursday, we're going to be on Clubhouse. So make sure you guys check that out at 7 p.m. Central Time. We're going to be reviewing Instagram accounts, profiles, how that connects to your brand. So check it out. It's going to be really awesome on Clubhouse.
Awesome. I can't wait to see you guys. And next week, we'll have another great video.
Absolutely. Goodbye. Bye, Ben.
Bye.
Yeah.